You're recording right now?
Yep.
The dude stuff, son!
Viewers, welcome to Let's Hang Out. So we're gonna hang out and talk about these two. Okay, the Nissin flashes. I got one for Canon and one for the Micro Four Thirds system. So the reason why I got one for Canon as well is because I actually want to see if they would cross-perform like the company advertised that it should be. And I'm gonna actually show you that it does work. So it's gonna be a long video. You know, skip around if you want, because I'm actually doing a real review. And here is what comes inside. They pair these, okay? So it'll say stuff like this. Like it'll say this one's for Canon, okay? And then the commander, you'll see this right here. All right, the commander has a C. I'm assuming that's for Canon because they go together. And then this one has one for Micro Four Thirds. See that? And then this says, the commander says that. See that FT? I'm sure that's for Micro Four Thirds. All right. So that way, if you have cross-platform like I do, or cross-brand like I do, I also have a Canon 5D Mark III. I actually have two Canon 5D Mark III, and I'm looking to keep one because I'm planning to go all Panasonic. So I'm going to show you here a few things. So first thing I'm going to do is I showed you the label for brand specific. I'm going to show you how to cross connect. All right, I'm going to connect to the 5D. I'm going to pull out a 5D right now. Okay, I have a 5D right here. Okay, it will shoot both. Make sure it locks, because one of my mistakes was I didn't make sure that this locks. Okay. And then you turn it on and you're going to connect via, I'm going to put this up and then I'm going to show you a little bit how that works. Okay. I'm going to be able to fire both of these, both the M43 version and the Canon version as well. Okay. But before I talk about that, before I get to that, I actually want to talk about a few things that can give you a little trouble. So the great thing about this is that it has this pin here where it will lock directly to your if you mount this on top of your camera. But the drawback is this, okay? Now let me pull this out. I have my light stand here, okay? It is a cold shoe, all right? And this cold shoe, when I plug it in, okay, it just goes right through. All right, this is the Micro Four Thirds version. See that? That can get annoying, but on the camera body it's fine. It clicks in, it locks in, and it stays on. And but with a cold shoe like this, it doesn't work too well. Luckily, I have one of these. This other cold shoe that's like this. It has a knob here. Okay, what I can do is I can slide it in, and then tighten it up. See, it stays on. All right, so you know that's a caveat. So I'm going to put this in here, all right? And then this one right here, the Canon version has this spin thing here, all right? And that is actually good for this cold shoe because I can put it in, okay? Oh, I need to loosen it. I can put it in. I mean, it still slides in and out, but if I just tighten this like that, okay, it stays on. All right, so there's the Canon version that'll stay on. So now what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to actually fire these using the Canon 5D Mark III. Okay, so that's going to be fun. I'm gonna turn them on, and I'm gonna connect them by pressing and holding the set, and it's beeping. Press the power and the set button until it beeps. Okay, and then on the commander on my 5D Mark III, I'm gonna press and hold the same thing. Eventually they'll stop beeping because now they are connected. And I'm gonna put my fake Gary Fong on, fake Gary Fongs, just to show you that it does work. Okay, and I'm gonna shoot and edit this in later of how these two are gonna fire. Okay, so I gotta turn on my camera first. I don't know if you can see the assist beam that comes out from here, and I've been looking for something like that. Sadly, the commander, or the, you know, the flash trigger, the radio trigger for Canon does not have the flash, does not have the infrared beam that flashes and help you focus, which is kind of a downer, and that's why I was looking for a new solution. So I can show you right here that they do both fire. Look at that. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna turn this off. And I'm not gonna actually shoot with the Panasonic. But first, I have to turn this off. Turn this off. Pull out my Panasonic GH5 with a 50mm. Okay. And I'm gonna put the Panasonic on. Make sure it clicks, because if it doesn't click, that means it's not tight enough. Okay, and then the connections won't work with each other to make sure. I mean, I'm keeping it like, you know, really low tech vocabulary here because I don't know how techy you want me to get, but I will show you that this is also going to work. So I'm going to turn on my body. I'm going to have to first you have to turn on the flash. Hold both power and set at the same time. Both power and set at the same time. Okay. Hold both power and set at the same time on the commander. Okay. Eventually they will communicate. They stop beeping. That means, hey, I'm ready to shoot. So what I'm going to do here is, again, I'm going to show you that I'm going to trigger both of these with the Micro Four Thirds commander, not the Canon commander. Okay. So I'll shoot here. Frame up my shot. Focus. Fire. Oh, and it didn't work. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it didn't work. And again, it didn't work because this needs to, you need to make sure that this goes in all the way. And that's one of the caveats that you have to work with. Okay? Once this goes in all the way, it should trigger. Okay. TTL, set, ready to go. All right, here we go. Frame up the shot. Oh. So that's always been the issue, is making sure that this goes in. You see that? You hear that click? That's always been my issue. And so that's something that is something you might have to consider when you're thinking about buying these flashes, is that you have to make sure that this clicks in. And if it doesn't click in, you saw just what happened, it doesn't fire. So it should fire now. See that? Both flash fired. And I can show you right here. Okay. See how both these flash fired? It's like super bright because I have my shutter speed on too slow. Let me show you one more time. Okay. Put my depth of field, shutter speed a lot faster. 250 of a second. I'm gonna shoot. And it triggered both flashes. Now you can see this much better. Okay. That they do flash. They're not just blank. Because if they didn't fire, they would just look like this. All right, just white. But when they do fire, you'll see that it's much brighter. So I'm gonna show you right now. See that? That's not firing. This will be firing. Okay. All right, well, that's that. And I'm showing you that they do, the NAS system, the Nissin Air system, does work cross-brand, which is kind of cool because now I can shoot Canon and Panasonic at the same time. All right, now the next thing I want to talk about is that it also works with the Olympus. Now, I'm just going to take this off the GH5 body. Okay, and I'm going to put this on the Olympus body. All right, this is an Olympus body that I borrowed from one of my apprentices, Christian B Photo. What's up, dude? All right, that's a shout out to you, baby boo. So, again, you have to make sure this clicks. Is much easier on the Olympus body. So if you're an Olympus shooter, Micro Four Thirds, it works too. So I'm going to turn this on. Okay, I'm not an Olympus shooter. Hopefully the battery didn't die. I didn't have to reconnect. You might notice I left it on still. Okay, and I'm going to frame up my shot. There's also a 50mm here. All right. Gotta make sure I focus. Fire. Whoa, what the heck was that? What in the world? So I'm going to pause it right here, and I'm going to come back and figure out what's going on here. All right, I'm back. So I figured out what it was. I accidentally pressed the HDR button right here, and I was shooting HDR. And I'm going to show you that it still works. I'm going to switch this back off on the Panasonic. So this is the Olympus OM-D EM5. It's like alphabet soup. But I'm going to show you that it works. So I frame up my shot. I hate that he back button focus. Christian B Photo, stop that. I'm gonna focus on the lights and I'm gonna shoot. Boom, they fire. And I'm gonna show you right now. Okay? Both of these flashes went off. This is what it looks like when they both go off. Okay? Now I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna put it back on my Panasonic body. My GH5, again, make sure it clicks. Okay? There. I have to kind of forcibly push it in there, so you know it's pretty strong, but here it goes. So I'm going to frame up my shot. I don't do back button focus. Okay, and fire. See that? It works. I took it right off the Olympus body, put it on the Panasonic body. They're the Micro Four Thirds system. They worked well together. Now that is fun and all. Okay. And here are a few things I want to discuss. So we work with the Olympus without having to reconnect. And the beam assist I already mentioned. If I'm working in dark places like, for example, weddings, I mean, I'll be able to use the beam assist, especially during the reception. Because sometimes it just gets dark on the dance floor, you know? And then the hot shoe and cold shoe connection, likes and dislikes. I've already mentioned that. And then I need to talk about, I actually shot some photos with my wife and her belly dancer friends. And what happened was I shot with these two right here, okay, combined, a total of 347 shots, and it was still firing. Now there was a few times where I was shooting too fast and then the flash couldn't keep up, which makes sense, you know, because of the recycle time and all that. And if you don't like to have a long recycle time, what you need to do is get these things called the battery packs. And this is something that, let me just pull it out here. Okay. This is something that you can use to shoot faster, because I shoot roughly 1 photo a second. Now some people in burst mode, they want to shoot faster. You might want to get a different lighting solution, because I know the pro photos, they shoot a lot faster and they recycle a lot faster too. So what I need to do here is I need to find the right cord connection to go with my Canon. And then here, let me show you something. The Canon, okay, has a different adapter from the Nissin Canon has a different adapter from the Micro Four Thirds. I'm always a little bit more gentle with this one because the Micro Four Thirds version, oops, didn't have it on tight enough. The Micro Four Thirds version, I believe, uses the Sony wires, so you cannot use the Canon wires to adapt and then transfer all the power from the battery pack to be able to use with the Micro Four Thirds version of this Nissin Flash. But the best thing about it is I can use this cross brand, which is cool because I plan on selling all my Canon gear except for my 85mm 1.2 and my Canon 5D body because I need a body to shoot with. And another thing I want to talk about is for faster recycle time, use the battery pack. I already talked about that. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. I am, give it a thumbs up. I need 1,000 subscribers because I am a teacher. I need those 1,000 subscribers so that I can learn every single feature on YouTube, so that I can use those features during the summer. And then whatever I learn during the summer, I'm going to take that knowledge and I'm going to transfer it directly to my students. And I'm going to teach them everything that I know about how to monetize on YouTube, how to get affiliate sites. I mean, it's a lot of work, but that's something that I believe that the children, no, not the children, young adults can actually start creating a way to generate income while they're trying to save for college or actually going through college. So, if you can help me out, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't like it, dislike it, but at least leave a comment because I actually want to know what I can do to help improve, to help me improve. Okay? And yeah, and also share it. If you have any questions, write it down below in the comment section. And then also I want to say thank you. I hope you learned something new. Please pay it forward by sharing, or just take this knowledge and teach it to somebody else. Maybe you might do a better job than I do. But for me, I'm on summer mode. I'm a little lazy right now, but please, I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe, and we'll hang out next time.